This is a test. This is a test. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear, guys. Hope everybody's doing well, and welcome back to another live stream here on the channel where we dive into the major dollar pairs and of course gold. Good to have you all back here on stream. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Hope the audio is doing good. Let me know if the audio is not too loud as well, and then we're just going to dive in. Fantastic. Good to see you again, Jimmy. Jimmy be milking the markets, guys. I've seen some very good gold trades coming from him. Let me just adjust the camera a bit like this so everything looks a little bit better. Let me put a hand through my hair so the hair looks good as well. And then Thomas is laughing here in the back. And then let's just dive in, guys. So first of all, let me know how everybody's doing, and let's bring back the overall routine, guys. Where is everybody tuning in from today? Super curious to hear where everybody is from before we start. So let me know where you are tuning in from throughout the world, and let me know how you guys are doing. Where's Roger? Roger is gonna come back. His name is Rutger, R-U-T-G-E-R. Let's see. I see a lot of people obviously as always asking for gold, but in the meantime I see where you guys are from. So I see Vancouver in Germany, I see Vancouver, Canada, and I see Germany, I see Jamaica, Pakistan, London, Zambia, Persia, Bulgaria, New York, Austria, Texas. Fantastic, guys. Wow. Netherlands, Nigeria, Sweden, South Africa, Afghanistan even. South Africa, Germany. Crazy, guys. Well, it's a pleasure to have you all on stream as always. UK obviously in the building as well. Georgia, India, Nigeria, Ghana, Mozambique, Austria. Fantastic, guys. Okay, fantastic. So we're gonna give everybody a few more minutes to tune in to the stream as always. Obviously everybody always needs kind of like some time to join. So we're gonna give everybody that time before I kind of like start the overall general stream where we're going to dive into all the different pairs. Today, I'm going to make sure to get Rucker on here as well. And in the meantime, we're just going to dive into the markets, see what is going on, okay? So, first of all, to start with, we'll analyze a little bit of gold, and then we'll go obviously into the major dollar pairs, and then I'll see if Rucker has the time to come here on stream for you guys as well. So first of all, gold at the moment is a pair that I'm looking at some potential for the downside on. At the moment for myself, gold is currently within an area of daily supply. The overall daily supply zone is situated over here within a buy before a stronger sell down, with the overall fractal structure being bearish as well. You can pretty much see if we turn on the 0.5 fib that the 0.5 fib is acting as a natural area of resistance. So let's see. Sorry guys, Rucker being Rucker. Let's see if we can get some further downside from this area of supply. So overall, we have the area of supply over here. Again, the buy before the sell, the daily fractal being bearish. Furthermore, we have equal lows over here. And naturally, the 0.5 fib acts as an area of support and resistance. So what I'm looking for pretty much within this area that we're currently at is for the 0.5 fib, again, to act as that natural area of support and resistance, and to potentially push the market down lower in towards these equal lows over here and in towards, let's say, some more discount prices before looking for a proper long back in towards the highs. Now, for everybody wondering for the Discord link, guys, because that is obviously where we share most of the stuff. Link can be found in the description of this video, but I'll pin it in here in the chat as well for you guys. Now, today is another beautiful day. We're going to give away another $25,000 prop firm challenge again with the trading pit, guys. The link to the trading pit can be found over here in the chat. You need to make sure to sign up here if you want to make chance to join. So yeah, Rucker is going to join in a second as well, guys. In the meantime, that was pretty much gold. Now let's dive into some other pairs, for example, EURUSD and of course GBP/USD, which have been selling off aggressively. Now EURUSD itself has obviously since Tuesday made another fantastic push or drive in towards the downside. Now, the perfect overall sell-off in towards the downside has obviously come from GU, a pair that I love much more. And since Tuesday, it's again been falling. Overall, I was actually looking for a bit of a steeper retracement, maybe into this buy before the sell here. But you can see that this tap in towards the overall order flow in itself is actually already enough to push the market down lower. Looking at GU here, the GU pair itself is pretty much just a perfect example of how well order flow can really work, right? And especially keeping your overall analysis extremely simple. Now, GU is so beautiful that here you had the weekly area of liquidity. Once the overall liquidity got grabbed, we can then see that the overall market then starts to shift in towards the downside with a weekly fractal break taking place over here. The market then retraces in towards the overall buy before the sell, taps in there, and then again sells off in towards the downside. Now, guys, we have another very pathetic person spamming the chat. Inja, please, no need to spam the chat, brother. It just pisses me off, and I think everybody as well. So we're going to have to put you in a 30-minute timeout. Thank you very much. Now, overall, looking at the market itself here on GU, it makes sense for GU to continue pushing down lower. What I'm looking at here is for the overall market to retrace down in towards the overall blue dotted line on GU. So I'm pretty much just looking for an overall continuation play here for GBP/USD in towards the overall blue dotted line. That's currently the trade that I have been monitoring, and I'm looking for more opportunities to get there. Overall, the 4-hour this morning has again retraced in towards this 4-hour area of supply. As we can see, the current 4-hour order flow has been holding perfectly. The overall buy before the sell here is what the market tapped and then continued pushing down lower. And then again within these wicks over here, which on the 1-hour time frame is a buy before the sell, you can again see that that was already enough to push the market down lower. Monitoring here the 15-minute time frame, we can also see that the overall change of character came here at the top of the overall leg. This for myself is not the best area of supply to look for shorts. However, what we did see here was the 15-minute change of character take place. Then overall, the connection with the buy before the sell here was missed if you were to place a limit there. But then obviously here on the second limit, so the second fractal break, there you would have been tagged in, and then the overall push down, let's say continued. Guys, let me know in the chat if you can still hear me loud and clear, if the audio is working well and the internet is working well as well. Hope everybody can hear me properly, guys. And then it is time to dive into the different pairs, guys. So let's see what pairs you want me to check in on, and what's been going on, guys. So let's see, what pairs should we be checking? GPAUD, let's have a look at GPAUD. So what are you looking for on GEA, Emin? And in the meantime, guys, don't forget to leave a like here on the stream. What are you looking for on GA? Let's have a look. GA, hey Farsad, hope you are doing well. Let me know what you guys are looking for in GA. GPAUD long position, okay. So GA on the higher time frame being the weekly. Weekly at the moment is still bullish. We can here see that this is your overall sell for the buy, and that the overall weekly fractal is bullish as well. We have liquidated the initial reaction here on the weekly time frame, and looking at the daily time frame, you can see that an initial, let's say, a liquidation event took place over here after taking out these equal lows. Now that caused a bullish reaction in towards the upside, but you can see that that just pushed the market in towards this overall area of supply. And now again, we've taken out another low, causing once again this to be the buy before the sell. For myself now, a bullish scenario on GPAUD would only come once we were to break the overall daily fractal high, get the retest, and then the overall continuation. So for myself, at the moment, it's too early to buy GA. I would wait for that bullish momentum to kick in, or for us to maybe take out, let's say, this low over here. That is also considered a liquidity low. And then again, provide us with the daily change of character before looking for long position. But for myself here, I can't really get into any longs on GA until we see an overall daily fractal structural shift. Now, other pairs that are interesting have obviously been the euro pairs that have sold off. More specifically, let me have a quick look what pairs you guys are looking at, and please guys, mention if you're looking at a short or long position, because otherwise it's kind of hard for me to understand what you mean with just spitting that overall currency pair. So let's have a look at I see somebody was looking for a euro, was it? I think it was Euro CAD or Euro AUD or Euro Nzdusd. I think it was Euro Nzdusd longs. Yeah, Euro Nzdusd long from Alexis. Let's have a quick look at that. Alexis, one of the winners of the prop from challenge. Yeah, so Euro Nzdusd itself, obviously a very beautiful downside push here from this overall area of supply. At the moment, this is now the supplies that is in control. Yeah, so for Euro Nzdusd, the game plan for myself is very, very clear on this. Overall, on the short term, it makes more sense to push down lower. For myself, like, these are not kind of shorts that I want to really be in, because the fact that we are currently in the impulsive phase. So the green zone is the impulsive phase, the orange zone was the overall pullback phase, and the green zone is now the impulsive phase once again. Overall here on Euro Nzdusd, I'm looking for that upside continuation to take place. Now, preferably it would happen from underneath this overall liquidity low over here. This is what I consider a liquidity low, or even from a lower level, let's say over here. These are kind of like two better areas to look for a potential long from, if they also then provide us with the overall bullish confirmation. So for myself here on Euro Nzdusd, I don't really see anything here that could should cause a full-blown reversal. Let's say it does start to full-blown reverse, let's say due to whatever this is, like support resistance level, then I'll at least wait for the current fractal high to break. Once that current fractal high then breaks, that is then when I would have confirmation that this here would be my demand zone, from where I can then look for potential long position from. So that is what I would be waiting for on Euro Nzdusd. I see somebody mentioning USD CHF short. USD CHF short is not a short position that I'm looking or interested in. For myself here on USD Swiss, obviously, yes, from a weekly perspective, it is relatively interesting due to the fact that you're now inside a weekly area of supply. However, I'm monitoring more what the dollar index is doing, and the dollar index seems very bullish for me at the moment. Now, the dollar index itself, from a monthly perspective, is currently in an uptrend. Okay, so we have a very clear uptrend here on the dollar index itself. Obviously here with a first low being established, a second low being established, and then a third low being established. The overall monthly time frame here for the dollar index is bullish from this low in towards this high. Here we have the monthly imbalance, and from this third trend line touch and from this overall imbalance, the market should logically push up higher. We have already seen a weekly fractal structure shift here on the dollar, and that now means that the dollar index is bullish within this overall area of demand, also known as your sell before the big buy up. So I'll be looking for an overall continuation play here on the dollar index if we were to see a retracement and look to further long this in towards the upside. Now, what I really find very interesting here about the dollar, guys, and in general the overall news wick, which we saw on the 16th of July, so around halfway through the overall month, it is very, very interesting to note that overall the market had a, let's say, range play here, where first of all, after establishing the high and the low, you can see that the high of the range here, so this is, let's say, your range from this Newswick high to this Newswick low, so this high and this low, that first of all we take out the high, then we drop, then here we take out the low, and then we see the reversal in towards the highs take place once that overall 4-hour change of character happened after this high break. So for myself, again, a very good opportunity to then note that those dollar longs played out. And now what I'm doing is I'm just focusing on the overall daily order flow. And if we are, guys, if we are going to see a retracement, I'll be looking for longs throughout that retracement back in towards the highs. If we see a further drive in towards the upside today, again on the dollar, soon I will be looking for somewhat of a retracement trade to take place. For example, from 100, 500 approx, to then short this back down before then looking for some more longs again. So that is also a potential trade that I'm currently monitoring here on the dollar index, and that could provide me with some opportunities to then go, for example, long on, let's say, an Nzdusd in the short term. Though I must say that like these pairs like NU, AU have been following order flow very sustainably. NU again selling off as of this morning. Another pair, guys, that you really have to take notes of, because it's been moving very clean. Overall, we had the bullish daily fractal structure here with the current fractal low, the current fractal high. Then what happens, you have, let's say, this push down, push up, push down, push up, and then obviously you're looking for the upside continuation from this daily imbalance that we had here on Nzdusd. Now, within that overall daily imbalance, we have another spammer in the chat. Jimmy, maybe you can block them or put them in a timeout, but guys, don't spam the chat. What indicator that shows all the breaks of structures? That is the fractal indicator. You can find it by becoming a member here on the page that I've just shared here in the chat. So if you want access to the indicator, you can get it here on wop.com/fractal indicator. Now, looking here on Nzdusd, again, a lot of people are looking for the overall long positions to take place throughout these kind of like imbalance candles. Now, you see somewhat of a slowdown here on Tuesday within that overall area of demand, but then going into the 4-hour time frame, there are a few things that we need to take notes of. So first of all, we have equal lows here, right? So right over here, we had equal lows. The equal lows, those you want to get taken out before looking for long. Now, the equal lows get taken out here on the blue dotted line, but then what you can clearly see is that the overall order flow remains extremely bearish, right? Buy before the sell, buy before the sell, buy before the sell. Here you didn't even tap into that buy before the sell. This morning we already sell off, and therefore there was no confirmation at all. I mentioned this morning in the market outlook, there was no liquidity in the push down. Take out that liquidity high, and now obviously I'll be looking for some further downside continuation. So no longs for myself here on GBP USD or Nzdusd, excuse me. Mainly just looking to continue on the overall momentum here of Nzdusd in towards the downside. Same goes for a pair like AUDUSD as well. These things are way too bearish, so I wouldn't be looking at any longs on these until the dollar index really shows something else. Overall, the dollar index itself, guys, if you want to look for a short position or a long position on Nzdusd or AUDUSD, you need to take out the current fractal high today, and then maybe an overall retracement will happen towards the end of the week. So Caleb is coming here with some good information. So inflation data came out lower for the Australian dollar, and since interest rates was held in the previous meeting, I'm expecting a rate cut next month. What do you think? Also, do you think it's already priced in? I think most of the rate cut information on the Australian dollar is priced in, but it's just catching up with that overall dollar overextendedness. So it's kind of just repricing in general. I'm shorting from the OTE plus fair value gap. I'm not sure what you mean with that. You're long on gold. Let's have a look, guys. Everybody's a fan of gold always. Yeah, so for me, it's very clear. I'm more short on gold at the moment. For me, I still have kind of like this liquidity, sell side liquidity, whatever you want to call it, underneath the equal lows. Currently, the fractal is bearish on the daily, and we have supply here that is currently in control for gold. Also looking at the 4-hour time frame here for myself, or the 1-hour time frame. On the 1-hour time frame, we took out kind of like these two equal highs. So for myself, shorts are more kind of like the thing that makes sense. What I'm just waiting for gold is some more bearish confirmation, because it's just not really there at the moment. You can see that the 1-hour fractal is still bullish between the fractal low and the fractal high. So I'd be more looking for another low break and then maybe getting into some shorts. Otherwise, I still see this heading up a little bit higher for the rest of today. Now, some pairs that we discussed, guys, on Tuesday were NZD CAD, which is now providing us with a very nice overall continuation. Remember this one? Who remembers this one on Tuesday that we discussed? That had the potential to drop down lower. A very nice play overall here, and after retracing in towards this buy before the sell here to this morning, we've seen an overall downside continuation on NZD CAD take place. So yeah, some very nice price action from NZD CAD. Overall, the daily time frame remains bearish, both fractal wise but also swing wise, as your swing high is positioned over here and the swing low is positioned all the way over here. Then obviously the double daily fractal break in towards the downside, or the single fractal break in towards the downside, excuse me, and then this supply zone that is currently in control. So yeah, some very nice price action from NZD CAD, despite it not being the cleanest pair of all. I saw that we had a vote here from Sarab. Thank you for the donation, brother. I know you're going to hate the chart, but can you also look at NZD CHF longs for purely a fundamental long? Still need to wait for the technicals. Well, NZD Swiss, as far as my knowledge goes, is at the moment indeed, from a risk on perspective, bullish. At the moment here on the daily time frame, it's slightly unclear. Though I must say, I think we discussed this on Tuesday as well, that here we have the fractal high and here we have the fractal low. So from a daily fractal structure perspective, it is currently bullish after seeing a double daily fractal break up, also with the first one being over here. Now, looking at the 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see as well that we had a 4-hour structural shift take place after pretty much this break of structure here, break of structure up, now another break of structure up. So now currently the 4-hour fractal is bullish, the daily fractal is bullish internally. So yeah, you could look for some longs, maybe look for longs once the current fractal high here breaks, and then look to get into some longs, as at the moment the 1-hour fractal is bearish, but it took out this as a liquidity low. This was pretty much fake demand. Why is this fake demand? Because there is no liquidity in the overall push in towards the upside. We have It's Fact area spamming the chat, and Jimmy, thank you. You are banned. Now, next one, or timeout, go sit in the corner. Sit down, boy. Now, next one is, let me see. Let's see. GJ short. Yeah, GJ is one that I've been seeing a lot, man. A lot of people talking about GJ. Now, GJ in itself, sorry, GJ in itself had another beautiful sell-off. Wow. People are getting screwed, man. This morning, GJ absolutely with the V-shaped reversal back in towards the highs. Obviously, man, it left a lot of liquidity behind above these ascending highs or descending highs. That has now been grabbed. Let's see this. The daily time frame. I mean, GJ is just so choppy. Like overall, I would kind of start thinking about skipping this pair for now. Obviously, there's so much liquidity underneath these ascending lows, but yeah, overall, what can I say? Like, I would still favor an overall downside push as we grab liquidity above this overall swing high over here, this purple line. That liquidity got grabbed, double fractal break in towards the downside, but at the moment, 4-hour fractal flip bullish again. Yeah, this is a pair that I would be very safe on if you're currently in short positions. Like, short wise, it looks good, but it's just, yeah, turning into one big barcode. So a pair that I wouldn't really want to be trading anymore. The next Discord stream going to go live actually on Discord this afternoon, guys. So if you want to be there, make sure to be there. Now let's see for the rest what we can do here on EURUSD. So yeah, EURUSD is one of those pairs as well that we're looking for some further downside. For the rest, let's have a look. AD JPY shorts. I think actually a pair that is more favorable might be Swiss yen overall, guys. I think Swiss yen is a very good pair to keep an eye on for those potential further upside. Now overall, what's happened here is that we grabbed some liquidity underneath the overall lows here. Now, yes, I understand that the overall daily fractal might be bearish and a lot of you are looking for a short here, but for me, this is still so bullish. I would rather kind of like be looking for the overall continuation play here on Swiss yen, but maybe a better play could be CAD yen. This was actually a pair that I was checking out before the stream, guys, and that you could see as interesting. Obviously, the overall momentum here on CAD yen has been in towards the upside. CAD yen is also bullish from a fundamental perspective on the Forex fundamentals website. So what you can clearly see here on CAD yen is that the overall area of demand is in control. The overall daily fractal is bullish between the fractal low and the fractal high. And we also retraced in towards discount pricing here from a fractal perspective. So overall, we can look for those further long opportunities. Well, the thing is already flying like a bird, whatever you want to call it. And the 4 hour had a double fractal break in towards the upside. Definitely a pair that I would have loved to trade here. Kind of like these 3 ascending lows. Taken out, V-shaped reversal up, fractal break, second fractal break. In line with the daily fractals. I mean, anybody spot this trade? I think this was a very, very clean one overall on CAD-Yen. Anybody identify that? Chrome, did you already go over GU? Yes, GU still in shorts. Still looking for this to reach this blue dotted line. If it happens today, or if it happens tomorrow, or it happens next week, in my opinion, it should happen very, very soon. So looking for those GU further downside shorts on that. For the rest, guys, let me know what setups you are looking for. Maybe you guys have an overall kind of like trade breakdown or a trading view screenshot that I can open here on the chart, guys. Maybe you have something for me. Let's have a look. And maybe we can get Rucker here on stream as well if he has time. My voice is absolutely killing me. He already has 3 buttons unzipped. Obviously, as always, ready to go out and party and kill the Amsterdam nightlife. Just for the stream, you guys are lucky. He buttoned up his shirt with an extra button. It is the mother, or it is the guy, your mother's, it's your worst. It's the guy from your mother's worst nightmare. Let me put it that way. He is not to be trusted around your girlfriend, and especially not around your MetaTrader. It is Rucker. Let me give him my seat.
What's up? What's up? Okay, so hi guys, back in the stream for the second time this week. As some of you might know, I have passed a 200k challenge yesterday. I stayed on the office till 11 p.m. So I was like, I'm not going to leave the office till I have this challenge passed. And yeah, we managed to do it. So you can see fresh 200k account ready to trade. So big W, and also we have 4 more challenges in the pipeline to to start trading. So glad to have you all on the stream. I don't know what you guys already talked about exactly, but yeah, drop your questions in the chat. And
we have one fanboy talking about AUDCAD. I don't know.
AUDCAD. So AUDCAD, I was in. I actually used this to.
He says, what was he saying? I have to check the name here. Nathaniel.
Yeah, working overtime in the office.
Nathaniel, brother, hope you're doing good.
Yeah, he was in the mentorship call this morning.
You were the one called. Yeah, you called AUDCAD to him. Nathaniel,
yeah.
how you doing?
Oh, JPY also called in the stream on. Where is this? So I called AUDJPY on the stream this Tuesday. So
like yeah, we discussed this one as well. Yeah,
I said you have to be careful around this area of demand here, and that's exactly what happened. So congrats if you took the trade here. I said this was already strong high with the liquidity, so therefore this was a good setup. So I also talked about gold with you guys. I don't know if you guys remember, but I said we had needed one more liquidation to see like a new impulse to the downside. So that's exactly what happened. I think Jordan Belfort also called some shorts here, but there was a very beautiful play here on gold. So yesterday what happened, if I can turn on the Asian range, yes. So we had the Asian session, and then we had the liquidation. During the London session, I wanted this initial high to get swiped. So we swiped this. So we swiped this, and then we swiped this again, and then we had like an internal fractal break, which was the perfect play for gold shorts. So very, very good stuff here. And congrats who took this one. Another one I called in the stream, guys. Who remembers my EURUSD position? Who remembers? Who remembers? So this one is a little bit vague, but who remembers my EURUSD position? So what I did is I wanted to trade with the falling knife. So you know this principle of don't try to catch a falling knife, because if you try to catch a falling knife, it will go right through your hands, right? So if you have like falling knife price action like this, you want to trade with the falling knife and you don't want to catch it, right? So what I did here was, after this liquidation, I just entered the shorts here, and this played out absolutely amazing. I gave it a little bit of extra space, but you can see that was a pretty significant risk to reward. And I also told you guys this pair is fundamentally bearish, so definitely there's more room to hold. Like if we go to the higher time frame, yeah, there's definitely a lot of space still. You can see, I can only see like this already getting taken out. This might be like an area of support, but definitely something we can target on EURUSD. So also congratulations if you took this trade here on the stream together with me. Let's see what's happening in the chat. So USD Swiss is, yeah, these USD Swiss is already gone in my opinion. Gold, not really interested here right now. EURUSD shorts, yeah, I was also in EURUSD shorts, guys. So EURUSD actually passed my challenge for your interest. But yeah, EURUSD is in an area of demand. But yesterday we still had this one open, and you can see we didn't have the tap. And pretty similar to EURUSD, we have this very impulsive price action. Then we have a short pause here with the liquidity, and then just boom, liquidates all the early buyers. So I'm curious if it is going to continue to take out these lows, for example, because then the way would be free to, yeah, to target areas like this. So we'll have to see if this is going to hold.
Somebody's asking, EURUSD for now short, not good. Blah, blah, 114.398 is good. Yeah, obviously EURUSD has made its move. Like, it can continue down lower. To be honest, there's not a lot that can really stop it. I think maybe some equal lows indeed on this blue dotted line. That could cause somewhat of a potential reversal. But I think, moreover, we'll probably see like the real move start to occur with NFP, and then I think like the real good trades will only kind of like start forming somewhere next week, man, on Europe. I think it's a good market to focus on some other pairs, you know, like indeed like Rucker has been doing, like a EURUSD or Euro AUD. Those have been moving, yeah, beautifully. I think also the Nzdusd, man. Oof. Even with the overall retracement that took place last night.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Like, as long as the fundamentals don't change, you need to stay in your positions, right? So this was the first entry, but yeah, I think today there was a really good one over here. Just respecting the overall buy before the sell. You can see over here we grab the liquidity, meaning we form a strong high again, right? And then it's just tap in and tap out. I would also say we can definitely take this out, so we'll be happy to to trade at least till these lows here.
Yeah, and then I see another good question from Joshua. So do you guys think it is worth trading the rest of today and tomorrow with the deadline on tariffs and NFP? Yeah, no, to be honest, not really. I think indeed tomorrow, the 1st of August, for who's not aware, there's going to be a tariff deadline, or there is a tariff deadline placed on the 1st of August. So I think it's good to maybe stay out of the market, especially those major dollar pairs. I wouldn't be surprised if we just see another 200 pip dump, but also on the other hand, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 150 pip pump. So I think this is the right moment to stay out, and you just monitor some other positions like an Nzdusd or like a CAD yen that have just been moving a little bit cleaner. Fab, where are you going to go in the next vlog? The next vlog is actually going to take place in Amsterdam, eh? We're going to do an Amsterdam vlog for you guys. I think it's been quite a while since we've done an Amsterdam vlog, so we're going to do a good one, kind of like a day in the life, just showing you guys what it's like working here in the office and pretty much what the rest of our day looks like. Obviously, we don't sit here in front of the screen all day. Well, most of the day we do nowadays, but it's obviously not the only thing that we do. So gym, running, eating, cooking, cleaning. The only thing that you're not going to see is us going to the toilet. So we're going to bring you guys along with everything that we do throughout the day. EURUSD, what's that thing been doing, man? I haven't seen that pair, to be honest, in a while. Maybe we can dive into that one.
Yeah, guys, so EURUSD has been trending up really nicely because of the pound weakness, of course, with the expected rate cuts for the pound. However, we did reach an area of significant liquidity, and these were the tariff highs. So as you can see, we reached this area and then we somewhat reversed. There is still an area of weekly demand open right here, so we can still wait for this to get hit. On the daily, you can see we had the daily fractal break, but we did trade in the daily demand zone. So for now we have a temporary reaction, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit more temporary downside for EURUSD. So actually, I would be happy to check around this area of supply for some continuation shorts or some reversals actually. So if we draw the premium versus discount, you can see actually the zone or the liquidity perfectly aligns with the premium versus discount. So I would say that this area is a good area to see the reversal to trade down back to these ascending lows. So that was what I would be looking at.
What pairs do we trade other than the US dollar pairs? I think this is a good question. Obviously, Rucker trades a lot more pairs than myself. Well, the number one platform that he uses for the fundamental analysis is obviously forexfundamentals.com. That kind of like provides him the initial bias to look for pairs, also for myself. But then next to that, we would also just obviously look at, okay, what is, for example, the other major pairs doing. So the first pairs that we mainly would look at are like a GBP or a, let's say a euro. Those are kind of like after the dollar, the main pairs that we analyze. And then if we see some good opportunities based on the fundamentals and then also based on the technicals, that's pretty much just how we go about it. So, but with a weak sterling, with potential rate cuts coming, would you see EURUSD pushing up higher? Yeah, I think there is potential for it. It will depend. Like obviously now Rucker has drawn out a scenario where there's also some further downside possibility. But as long as the overall order flow remains bullish, we can just stick to that, right? It doesn't mean that we draw a line that goes down, that price will actually drop. Moreover, like it could just continue, but it will all depend on what the daily fractal does and how we read that. Because if you go to the daily time frame right now, what you're going to be able to see is obviously that the overall momentum is in towards the highs. Yes, maybe the daily fractal is bearish, but at the same time, you need to consider the overall momentum and the overall swing structure always, right? So yeah, maybe a short-term short could play out, but yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on what those fundamentals are going to be doing. So guys, if you're not inside of the Discord yet, make sure to join. The link to Discord is in the description of this video. I'm going to continue the stream there. We're going to do some poker or some games there with you guys, maybe some blackjack. And then inside the Discord stream, I'll be giving away the $25,000 trading pit challenge. So yeah, if you guys want to make sure that you are eligible to win, you need to sign up with the trading pit. The link is in the description of this channel or of this video because it's the only way that we can give away the account. And yeah, then I'll see you guys inside Discord, and yeah, we can continue with the conversation there, because then it's easier, because you guys can also turn on your mic over there and it will be easier to have a good conversation with you. So thanks guys for joining for another YouTube stream here on the channel. And yeah, next Tuesday is the next YouTube live stream. Every single Tuesday and Thursday, guys, 2:30 Central Eastern Time, New York Open. That is when we go live here on the channel. So I hope to see you there. Fabio and Rucker out, guys. Thanks.